It is really raining hard, man. I mean, I'm not kidding. It's like serious. I have to go to a meeting in about half an hour. Now, I would stay home and just pass up the meeting, but when I had to go get my alcohol, I was out there in the storm. So I feel guilty about not going out there because, oh my gosh, God forbid I get wet, right? But oh well, I'll just have to be out in it. I mean, when I was on my way to the liquor store, man, it was in rain. What does it say? No rain, no sleet, or no snow could stop me. So I got to put in that same effort to keep myself healthy and sober, and keep taking my medicine. My meetings are my medicine. So that's what I do's. All right, well, once again, everything bad, dirty is being washed away, and it's all good, It's all good. Look at that big puddle by that car over there. That's a big puddle. Probably gonna get my shoes wet. It's okay. It's all good. Kitty likes the rain too. Beatrix. I love the way she answers her name. That little baby warm, Mama? Yes, you are. Hey guys, Sleep Grandma here. I promise I will finish this painting one day. I just decided to make the red flowers bigger, but I wanted to make a part two to the I Try Too Hard video, because I just discovered, by talking about that, I just discovered why I do it. That's what I love about sobriety, is that you discover things. I mean, I can actually think now with clarity, and I can actually think about these things. So it's a matter of discover and discard, right? So once I pinpoint it, what the problem is, I can correct it and then discard the whole thing, in the sense that I change it, I change my behavior, and then I just discard the baggage. But what I figured out it stems from is a need of recognition from my parents. So what happens is that when I grew up, my sister and I, my brother, we all came out messed up. And anyway, it was more like we were like, and I hate to say this, I'm not dissing my parents, but I'm just telling you the way we were raised. If you had a roof over your head and you had food on the table, then you didn't need to want for more, basically is what it was like. We were never asked about our feelings, what we wanted to do in the future. We were never given advice. Even when we became adults and we had problems, and I mean serious problems, we weren't asked, we weren't offered any help. It was just like, oh, well. As a matter of fact, they would ask us for stuff because it was felt like it was, they felt that we owed them. So, yeah, that made it very hard because, on top of all the other, things that were going on, Mom expected diamond earrings. So it was just a weird, dysfunctional relationship. Anyway, so I always longed for someone to care, to listen to me, to care about me, to help me if they could. I always longed for leaning on someone. Even when I got married, I didn't have anyone to lean on. And we weren't a team. I mean, in some things we were a team, but most of the time we weren't a team. But so I always longed for that. And that's what I try to give to my kids. Unfortunately, I try too hard. Because see, what I fail to realize is that I'm coming from a place of need. So that pull of hunger that I feel in my gut and in my heart is coming from a place of my personal need. It has nothing to do with them. I love them. I want to be there and everything. That's normal. What's not normal is for me to have this overwhelming desire to be there for them, or this overwhelming desire to be in their face about, do you need anything? Do you need anything? Do you need anything? So that's the thing that I have to recognize and adjust. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times as parents, unfortunately, we put our issues on our kids. A lot of times we don't mean to do that, but we end up doing it. And it's a burden for the kid. You know, like I hear parents, middle-aged parents, I've heard some remarks of people calling their kids and telling them they're lonely and stuff like that. I mean, come on. I mean, what's the kid supposed to do about that? I mean, if they visit you on a regular basis, I mean, what are they supposed to do? I remember my mom told me once that she said, well, I came to her house and she was usually playing the radio, but she had stopped playing the radio. And she, I don't know why, but she said that I had 4 kids and I don't understand why I'm sitting here by myself. And I was like, well, because we have lives, Mom. I come and see you. I would drive like probably about an hour and 20 minutes to see her every time I went to see her. And so it wasn't around the corner. I would spend the night a lot of times. I mean, I was doing the best I could by her, but it was never enough. And today I'm okay with that. But I wasn't for a long time because it made me feel less than whenever she said stuff like that. It made me feel bad about myself. I felt like I wasn't doing right by her as a daughter, you know, not taking into account that she wasn't the least bit concerned about my problems. So anyway, I don't do that to my girls. I don't call them and tell them I'm lonely. I don't call them. They call me. I wait till they call me, and I just, you know, keep myself busy. Going to AA meetings, hanging out with friends. I spend tons of time alone, and I really enjoy my alone time. But I discovered that that's where my huge desire to help them comes from. It's from my need to be there from them because I didn't have anybody there for me. My mom moved. The only aunt that I had that was like a grandmother to me was in Ohio, and we were only around her until I was 8 years old. Whoa. Be nice. Be nice. And sorry, talking to my dog and my cat. The dog likes to dish it out, but she doesn't like to take it. So, yeah, so we were, you know, taken to California because, you know, some things happened. They were out of my mom's control. They were in my dad's control. But we, you know, Dad got in trouble again. And we had to move to California. And, you know, so I didn't have anybody close, you know, to mentor me. And I don't know. I think we should have been made a priority. I don't think I would have moved my kids far from their base, you know, the base nurturing group that they had around them, because my kids have always been the priority. But I wasn't a priority. We weren't the priority. We were just like in the way. We were just something to deal with, you know. At least that's the way we were meant to feel. And Mama always told us that we should be grateful she didn't separate us because, you know, she was given offers to separate us. I mean, we were pretty little kids. But instead of saying grateful, I mean, I don't know. I did things differently than she did. She came from a horrible childhood, so I'm going to explain that in my book. But, you know, I understand. I kind of understand. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't know what people are thinking. I'm just saying how it affected me, okay? Not really judging her per se. I'm just saying how it affected me and how I make decisions in my life. So to this day, I mean, I try to mentor a lot of people because I really feel like I really wish that someone had pulled me aside and said, look, You deserve better than that. You can do better than that. Oh my gosh, you're so good at that. Some kind of feedback, some kind of validation, verification. And I do that with girls I work with. I do that with women I work with. I do that with young girls that I work with at the church preschool. And I tell them if they're smart or something, I said, you're very articulate. I tell people because I want them to know that, hey, I don't know if they have someone in their life or not that they can, and I see that it's, they value it. They seem to value it, you know. It makes me feel better just to say it because I feel like people need to hear that, that their gifts are outstanding and, someone's watching and someone's noticing that you're outstanding and you do have gifts. And see, a lot of times we don't even realize what we have. We don't even realize that how gifted we are. And isn't it nice when someone says, "Oh my gosh, you're so pretty," or "Oh my gosh, you're so kind. Oh my gosh, you're so generous. Oh my gosh, I had a coworker the other day. When I came to work, she came in the door and she said, "Oh my gosh, I was so looking forward to seeing you today." Oh my gosh, that made me feel wonderful. So it's just, that's why I try so hard sometimes. Most of the time, I'm going to stop putting that pressure on my kids because I feel like it does put pressure on them. I'm really sorry for that. I try not to, but you see, when you have a lot of issues, it's kind of hard to dig through that stuff and find out that, hey, I'm putting my issues on other people. But I love taking responsibility for stuff because that means I can heal and I can give my kids a chance to heal. And God, I don't want them to think that their mom's overbearing. Oh my God, here she comes again. Oh God, it's the holidays. I have to see grandma. She's going to be all in my face, asking me how I'm doing, what I'm doing. Why did I do this? Why don't I do that? Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? It can be too much. It can be too much. And I see that more now than ever. Not that anything really recent happened, but I'm just talking about the overall picture. I've just come to realize that, yeah. Need to get a handle on this because that is my issue, not their issue. And besides, they know I'm there for them. They know they can count on me. They know I'll bust my ass to do whatever I can to help them. They know that. I don't have to keep telling them, and I don't have to keep, if they need my advice, they'll come and ask me. If they, and maybe if I stop telling them, maybe they'll ask me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm so glad I had this revelation today. And I got that through talking about it. And that's the beauty of sobriety and doing the spiritual work is that you start digging. And as you dig, you discover more stuff. And get all this crap off my chest. You know what I mean? I don't want to carry it around anymore. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. That's my discovery, that I'm putting my issues on them. And that's where it stems from. A lack of approval and appreciation from my parents. That's all. Now that I know that, I can let that go. All right, well, I didn't get that. And there's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is appreciate myself. Well, actually, there is something I can do. I can appreciate myself, value myself, love myself, and go on from there. So thanks for listening, guys. Please give me a like. I'd appreciate any comments you want to make. And, be grateful for the little tiny things like the rain, a warm bed, nice big plates of food, good hair days. And try to surround yourself with a lot of pleasant things that you like to look at because little things, good little things, build a good little life. Much love, guys. Bye-bye. Now, I had to add something. Just wanted to say that my kids were not born to me to fulfill my life. I've been here for their guide and their mentor, and I love them and I nurture them like little flowers, or big flowers. But they're not brought on this earth to take care of me or to especially fulfill my emotional needs and my physical needs. They're here as a gift from God. That's the way I look at them. They're here to enhance my life, but they're here as a gift from God. So I don't want to put a burden on them of calling them all the time, being like, I need this, I need that. Can you do this? Can you do that? Oh my God. Some of these parents have their kids on a marathon, man. No matter how many hurdles they jump, they still put that bar higher. So no, I don't want to be that kind of parent. I want to be the kind of parent where I'm a person. They can come and see me when they want to. They don't have to spend every holiday with me. I want them to come when they want to come, and hopefully they'll want to come. But yeah, I'm not, you have to do this and have to do that. So just wanted to add that I am not their responsibility. I chose to have them. I always wanted to have kids. If it wasn't them, it would have been some other kids, because I always wanted kids since I was a kid. So they have an obligation to me as one human being to another from a place of love. But as far as I don't know, how could I put it? You know what I'm talking about, that hateful obligation. You better, or else. No, I don't have that going on. Okay, guys. Thank you. Bye.